Guys, this might be one of the most important videos that I ever make and that you'll see in 2021. This video is definitely going to be talking about hair systems, but I hope you watch the whole thing because the lessons that I feel that can be extrapolated from this content are vitally important. They're so important. They're what I've been thinking about all year long, and I'm going to distill it down into one video for you. Now, 2020 has been, let's just say it's been an unprecedented year in many respects. Around the world, we have experienced a global pandemic that has shifted the way that we do things, the way that we interact with people, the way that we connect with people. It's shifted sometimes our livelihood. People have lost jobs. People have switched positions. Relationships have changed. You spend a lot of time with people that you're close with or away from people that you're close with. And over this past year, I've been growing a lot. Now, let's first talk, about hair systems, and then we'll talk about some of the lessons I learned, and then we'll extrapolate into life. But this video is going to be all about why you should not wait another second to get a hair system, and it will be applicable to just about every single aspect of your life. Now, at the beginning of 2020, I was looking to go to Turkey at the end of 2019. That is, I was looking to go to Turkey to get a hair transplant, and it didn't work out. I actually got a message internally. I felt something that said, "Don't go to Turkey. Don't get this hair transplant," which is something I've wanted for years. When 2020 came around, I was still bothered by my hair loss. I've been bothered for years, but I started looking into hair systems. I found them, and I was really, really considering it. I wanted to take action in 2020. I really wanted it to be a year that I looked at and remembered and said, I did these things. I went out there, I knew what I needed to do, and I executed on it. It's this stuff that I've been building inside of my own life and in my business of being a very actionable person that goes and executes, not just sits down and wishes for things to change. Because often in life, things don't change unless we make them change, unless we influence things to change. And as you guys know, I got a hair system and I started a YouTube channel. This year has been so interesting and so fascinating in so many respects. I had a lot of doubts when I first got my hair system. I mean, here I was going from really having hardly any hair to planning to get a hair transplant to getting a hair system in a matter of really a week or two. And I didn't really look into it too deeply. I didn't look into all the specifics. I didn't look into how long it was going to last. I didn't look into how much it was going to cost. I didn't look into all of these things. I had a deep-seated belief that if I wanted to do something, I would figure out a way to do it. This really was birthed from over this past, I started my own business, which, it requires a ton of faith to build something from nothing. But also from the fact that I paid off about $60,000 worth of student debt in the course of about 15 months. And I did that by one, living very, 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 very cheaply. And number two, by building a whole business. And my income at the start of all of that it was literally about $20,000 a year when I said that I was going to be paying it off in under 2 years. That was my goal. And I did it in 15 months. It was hard work. It was execution. It was dedication. And honestly, a little bit of luck. But here's the fascinating thing about luck. Here's the fascinating thing about getting fortunate. It can't happen unless you take action. And it did, as I started a business, as I tried new things outside of my day job. And it's happened with, this hair loss, hair system, community space, all this kind of stuff. I went out there and I verged out into like my own unknown. I didn't know anything about it. And really what I feel like it has brought me is a lot of joy, gratitude, appreciation, respect for myself, and hopefully some value for you guys. Let me know down in the comments below if over the past year I've brought you some value, if I've helped change your life in some way. But it all starts with action. 2020 is a year where everything really slowed down for you, for me, for just about everybody. There's very few people that didn't get to slow down this year. And I really think that over this past year, when things slowed down, it personally gave me an opportunity to examine what really mattered in life, how I wanted to live, and who I wanted to be. Also, where I wanted to be. I moved this year. And, those are really important questions to ask. So who did I want to be? I wanted to be someone that was a man of action. I wanted to be somebody that went out and executed, even when he was afraid, when he was scared, when he didn't know the way. I wish the same thing for you. Inside of Hair Systems, outside of Hair Systems, inside of your general life. I wish you to be a more actionable person that executes on the things that they need or want in their life. Nothing works if you just sit around and wait. It does not happen. Every once in a while, you'll get a handout from somebody, or you'll get a stroke of luck. But if you want that luck to increase, if you want more results inside of your life, whether it's more hair, whether it's a better job, more pay, a better relationship, you've got to go out. You've got to take action. You've got to go out there, take action when you don't know all the variables, when you don't know the end, when you don't know the whole pathway to the end. This is how life is. It's not a video game. It's not something with an instruction manual. It's something that you have to go out and figure it out on the way. You got to be quick on your feet, but also you just got to start. I believe that 80% of the population never starts moving towards their goals or fixing the things inside of their life that they want to fix. I believe 80% of people live that way. So if you just start, you're already ahead of 80% of the curve, already there. And you might be thinking, well, what if I fail? Like, what if I fail with getting a hair system? Like, I get one and it doesn't look great, or I don't know how to do all the reinstallation myself, or, the color's a little bit wrong, or this or that. These are all opportunities to learn and to become better. They are opportunities to become better than me, than the next person. Problems are where we learn. Problems are where we adapt. Problems is the fundamental basis of our modern society. We are solving problems. As we solve new problems and we deliver value to those around us, new problems emerge. And that's how we move forward as a society. And that's how you move forward in your own life. That's how I'm moving forward in my own life. So, listen, if you're looking to get a hair system, if you're looking to start, if you're asking all these questions, you're watching these videos, guess what? Whether you go out and get a hair system or you don't take any action, I'm still going to be making videos. People are still going to be making content, and you can still keep watching. But you could go and take action while we're making this content, interacting with us, getting the help that you need, figuring out how to solve the problems that are out there for you, and being happier and being a man of action, or a woman of action if you're a woman of action. This is probably the fundamental lesson that if you haven't learned already in your life, I really, really want to inspire you to go out and just try in 2021. I really want you to try and be a person of action. There's going to be a lot of adversity in the coming year. 2020 is not a fluke. 2020 just exposed all of us and how we handle situations. I didn't handle some situations in my life very well. I had major relationship problems this year that I never talked about. Problems that could have ended my relationship. And they're because of things that I didn't handle very well. Emotional things inside of myself, communication. And some of it was due to 2020, exacerbated by 2020, made worse by 2020, but they're my problems. They're the things that were already there. They were latent, they were hiding, and they were waiting to be exposed, and they were. So 2020, I believe, exposed us all for who we are and how we handle problems. I don't know about you, but I want to handle problems better. I want to be able to solve adapt and overcome the problems in my life, including with hair systems. At the beginning of the year, I got a hair system, and guess what? I shaved my head after about a month or 2 months, I can't remember. But I shaved my head because I didn't think I could solve a problem. I completely gave up. If you go back, you can still watch the videos where I tell everybody why I shaved my head. And I started making videos after I shaved my head, because I realized that I still wanted to give value. I still want to be part of the community. I wanted to get back into it. And that was very, very tough, because I felt like, well, one, I was judging myself, but I felt like everyone else was going to judge me for talking about hair systems, hair loss, while not having any not being a part of the community in that way. But that problem, the fact that I shaved my head, gave birth to so much realization. Like, I dug deeper into this YouTube channel and providing content of all types, because I realized that I was not the only person that was having these problems. I could not have been the only person who got a hair system, felt like they were in over their head, like they couldn't handle it, like they felt trapped or cornered, and just got rid of it and shaved their head and was like, oh, well, I guess I'm done. I'm submitting to the reality that I'm bald. And that gave me so much empathy, so much understanding, and so much passion to keep on going. There's a lot of moments where I wanted to quit making videos. I've been making videos for a year now, every other day, on top of my other job, on top of another job. It's not something that's easy, and I'm not asking for any sympathy here, but it takes a lot of time. And it's something that I've committed myself to doing. I made a commitment to do it, to stick with it. And it's actually bore fruit because of that. And that's what happens when you take action and when you stick to your commitments, when you dedicate yourself to something. You get results. You get rewards. You bear the fruit of your actions. If I just gave up after shaving my head, I wouldn't be here talking with you guys. That would not have been a win for me. That would have been me resigning myself. But instead, I'm here to tell you that this can be your year. If 2020 was not your year, 2021 can be your year. But it requires that you change. It requires that you become a person of action, a person who doesn't know all the variables, but can still go out and try and figure things out as they move forward. So listen, guys, I don't want you to wait for a hair system any longer. If you're considering it, if you don't want a hair system, this message isn't for you. Don't know really why you're watching the video. But if you do want a hair system, you've been thinking about it, you've been waiting, you've been trying to learn everything, you've been trying to figure out all the solutions, how everything's gonna go, just stop. Just stop. That's not gonna help you anymore. It's not gonna help you. What's gonna help you is action, moving forward and executing on it. Now, this video isn't sponsored by Lord Hair or Live Vivid, but if you do want to get a system, if you want to get started, I'm going to leave both of my links below in the description, so that way you can go and you can find out what's right for you from either of those providers. You can make an order with a great price. I have discount codes with both of those companies. That way you can pick what you need to do. I love you guys so much. I'm appreciative of every single one of you. Thank you for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, for being a part of this community that's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And we're going to do great things. I will talk to you all soon.